Perfect. This is the trading outpost of Coastal Cottage. Now, as you can see, there's a trader's welcome sign. My Minutemen dressed provisioner. All my provisioners look like this because, it just looks cool because it has a radio. It makes sense. I won't yap about it too much. Here, you walk in, purified water, And this flag right here, a Minutemen flag, but it's colored strangely. This comes from I think, Commonwealth Minutemen flag pack. It's very cool. I'll leave a link to the mod in the description because it just adds life to otherwise kind of a lifeless faction in my opinion. The Minutemen just, with mods, they're so fleshed out and they're so cool, but in the base game they're just not like that at all. So here we have kind of like a guard post. There's a gun on the desk, some ammo, and it kind of watches over, this long street here and that bridge and that kind of factory area. Here we have like a walkway to connect the two towers, another gun, some ammo, turrets across, you get the deal. And the gate is it's like just like kind of custom made here. Two generators that hook up to this and power that and the rest of the entire settlement, really. And here is just a little garden. I like sticking little gardens sometimes. As you see, there's some like mute fruit, just hanging around. It just adds some more greenery to the area because Fallout 4 just has this kind of desert vibe to it. Like you can see, there's like no grass or anything out there. Kind of lifeless, kind of ugly. So just stick some mute fruit around, and it looks a lot better. And tomatoes, of course. Water pump, just some random things on the junk fences, because, I mean, they're junk fences. It's just welding random shit onto a fence. This is a second entrance. This actually is like more settlement area you can build, but I actually figured it wasn't worth building into since I just wanted to use the two areas here, especially since the flag, funny enough, red and blue. This is blue, or sorry, this is red and this is blue. And, it kind of looks cool. So now we'll go on to, like, the quote-unquote repaired house. I repaired it as best I could with, the barn walls, foundation. There's a little gap here, annoying. I couldn't for the life of me fix it in a way that looked good. If you saw the building process, you'd understand. But this is kind of an area where you can kind of sit out and, like, watch. Another kind of guard post, I would say. So when you walk in, this is the house. This is what you're greeted to. A little chemistry station and some fuel for it. Imagine, I mean, you need fuel for like the burners on it and stuff. Chem stations have like Bunsen burners. Maybe you'd even use that fuel for this armor workbench over here. Some armor. It's just, it's not placed armor by me. Mostly because my game is already overloaded with a lot of stuff. I do have some placed items by hand, but not as much as I used to in my other settlements, which I will show off eventually, maybe. A little dining area, not items I place. I'll probably add some stuff here and on there. Kind of forgot about it, but that's okay. Up here is definitely a security post. So, I mean, here, this is actually connected to Castle radio. Contact the Minutemen, of course. And a turret up here that kind of watches over here as well. Some security posts on top, of course. And some plywood looked good, just connecting off into this one right here.
Word of advice, friend. Stay away from that old insane asylum. Folks up there don't like visitors.
Anyway, just got rudely interrupted by that NPC. Next here, because otherwise you can't really walk to it without the plywood since the wood ends here. But it looks pretty cool, scrappy. Another gun. And some sleeping bags up here since security would be up here sleeping so they can hurry up and get a vantage point if they hear gunshots outside.
That place is nothing but...
But the crown jewel of this house, as everyone knows, what the best part about Coastal Cottage is it has this underground area that you can work with. I placed this skeleton, you know, because, well, let me shut that off. Don't need to hear father yapping. Inside is a bunker, and it is pre-apocalyptic, I would have imagined, but this would have been the occupant. He died before he actually reached his bunker, so he ended up preparing all of this for nothing, really. But now it can be used by the Minutemen, you know, as a nice area to secure or store some stuff, weapons, ammo, mods, and food for the settlement. It's quaint, it's nice, and it really does only fit one person. But it is so cool that you can build in this area at all. And other than like, what, Vault 81, you can't really build anywhere underground. On the top of my head, I mean. But this, it looks cool. I mean, it's just a cool kind of bunker area. Feels like a pre-apocalyptic bomb shelter. And I'm gonna walk back down here. That's pretty much this house. It's repaired, but not completely. It's scrappy looking. And before we move on to this area, which I've done minimal things to be honest. Let's explore out here. So, I decided that this kind of rock area, this mountainous area, was a security risk. It looks over on the settlement, and anyone who has control of it can kill anyone inside. So I figured, you know, arm it up. So either side you can reach this area, but this side has the stairs, the sleeping bag,
Yeah?
and the tower, and the Minutemen settler here that watch on this side to make sure no one can take this point and get a vantage point on the rest of the settlement. And here is just a little clothing shop. I do plan on adding some stuff to our counter here. It's pretty bare bones for now, but it is just connected off of this little shed or garage.
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
And here's a little general store, like a garage sale. You know, that's what I was thinking. It's just a garage sale, pretty much. So it's pretty cool. Just a little simple thing. And then here is a little watchtower with a little kind of sleeping area for the watchmen here. Now, settlers don't know how to use elevators. So if you use them in settlements, just be wary of that. They'll never actually get used. But in your mind, I mean, you could imagine a settler would use it and then would have this kind of area to, you know, could take some people out. So that's that watchtower. There's nothing else up here really. It's just the watchtower itself. Nothing complicated here. And that's pretty much it for Coastal Cottage. There's actually a armor smith I forgot to talk about, but this is just like a kind of prefab thing from a mod. I actually can't entirely remember which one. But if you're interested, I'll post the entire mod pack. If you're interested, of course, in another video. I'll just have this mod that has the Minutemen flags in the description, since that's the one that like caught my eye and kind of made me want to build in Coastal Cottage, because the flag just looks cool. I don't know. I feel like the Minutemen aesthetics in general are pretty cool. Maybe that's because I'm a nerd. But yeah, that's Coastal Cottage. If you're interested in another settlement tour video, I can provide for that. See ya.